Brandon from the mute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello, this is Brandon from the support team. I want to thank everyone for joining our Wednesday Lunch and Learn. I'll be hosting today, and we'll let some people come in, and then we'll get started. Okay, we have one person in, Jonathan Fish. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the Decisions Lunch and Learn. Did you have any questions about Decisions or the product, or any issue, or need help with any flows, anything like that? All right, we have another person on. What I'll go ahead and do is just give a little demo of some of the tools that we, the support team, use to sort of help troubleshoot issues or sort of track issues. So let me share my screen to my decisions environment. Oh, actually, Jonathan, looks like you do have a question. Let's see. You can go ahead and come off mute.
Okay, unmute. Great. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Great. Okay, so I don't know who else joined. I'm hoping that Sachin and Sudha joined. We have a simple question on our side. If I don't know if I can share my screen, but I had an email sent to me by your team. Quite simply, we have an exhaustive population of rule sets. And what we were asked to do was make a change or potentially support a change to something called middle market that is derived by, is a value in a field called segment name. Simply want to know, without being, like I said yesterday, being like Nicolas Cage in National Treasure and trying to figure out the next clue, where segment name is used in our rule set. And is there a easy way to get that on a report, or in some audit trail or something like that. The person who responded, well, it says support at decisions, but the person who responded was named Mike. Said we can review this for you. We do have I'm assuming built-in dependency tool that will show what items are dependent on others. The documentation here, dependencies, will give you more information on how to access that. I'm hoping you guys can walk us through that. I don't know how you can get into our system to just look at this. So I don't know if you have some type of examples on your side where you have a group of rules or rule sets or whatever within a folder, and within that you have a field that's being used in multiple rule sets, and say what rule sets use this field. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. So just to clarify, just to make sure I understand that, we have a bunch of rule sets and we want to see where exactly a rule phrase is used within these rule sets.
It's actually
Am I correct?
It's a field, you know.
The field. So the rule phrase field, or the field that the rule phrase uses. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. So we have a.
So example, the one right there is truth table. Truth table is what we generally use. Tudor and Sachin have evangelized it to say you should use truth tables. I may have a truth table where I have a selected data element out there. You know, just pick one, you know, account ID, you know.
Right.
And you basically, what I'm looking for is, now just imagine I have 500 truth tables, you know, going across different rule sets. Where
Right.
does in what rule sets is account ID being used? Is there a quick way to do that?
Let me think. We do have a couple data tables. So let's look. So rural. Okay, guess I gotta be more specific. Truth. Okay, let's look then. On the tables we have truth. These are the views. Rest. Rule sets. Details, rule set, result data. Let's look at that. And then let's grab.
Would it be result data for that? Because what like account ID is a test saying does it exist, right? So wouldn't that be an input?
See,
I
we have
don't know what rule
IDs.
set. I don't know what rule set result details means, unless it's like you're doing a query on all the rule sets, right?
Right. I'm not sure what the details is. That's what I want to check here. So we have detail ID, rule set, run ID, rule name, exit, or execution time, and an exception
So
details,
how about
execution
attributes?
details.
Is that the one? You know,
That may be.
Is attributes like, could attributes be account ID?
I would expect to see something here since we've already given it something. So let's look real quick. So flow data, let's see. Initiating user admin those equals, and will actually give me a string. Here we go. So admin at decisions.com. Okay, so we have an actual valid truth table. Save this. Then let's take a look. Okay, it's none of the rule set results. Let's look at rule set data. Let's remove that. Let's run result data. Okay, so it doesn't show up in these two tables. Let's see.
Does that happen automatically, or do you need to hit a save first on that rule?
It should save. It should prompt you to save a rule phrase. This may be what we're looking for. So rule phrase and rule audit phrase history. Let's check rule phrase first.
And I don't know if, like I've joined, is there anyone else who's joined from Santander? Do you know? Can you tell?
Let me check. I see
Hoping that,
Suda
yep.
and I see X239457. I'm not sure.
So
Okay,
perfect. So,
rule phrase.
okay,
So this is the actual rule phrase: data flow dating initiating user equals admin at decisions.com. And the rule ID and the rule phrase ID is right here. So this is
okay.
probably the table you guys are looking for.
So, well, but you're doing a select asterisk here, right? All you're getting is this. I want to see, again, what you had put in there was account something, you know,
Right, that was
email
for,
ID.
yeah, that was for everything. So I'm just using initiating user. So in the actual rule, I'm using flow data initiating user equals admin. So did we want to check every, we could probably specify, like we can probably just add like a where clause, where phrase, what is the phrase like, and whatever keywords we're looking for here, like what values that we're looking for in that phrase. If we're looking for specific rules, we can always go into like the truth table or whatever truth table we're using or rule phrase, whatever we're using, go to manage and get truth table ID. I believe that should work as the rule, and then just fill that in on the actual query, like where rule underscore ID equals this.
But it's not the rule underscore ID, right? It's again, when you quickly went into that rule ID, right? Admin
Mhm.
dot decisions, whatever, you were saying equals admin dot decisions.com. Actually, that may work. Suda, if we were to put in middle market here, but that's really not the intent. The intent is not the value middle market that we were looking for. The intent was to find every rule that used segment name, correct? I think that's what it was. I don't know if you're on mute too, but you know, I'm struggling in that. How you do? Sachin looks like he's trying to respond to me right now. So I think they can use rule phrase audit history table. He's saying. That sound? Does that sound right?
We do, yeah, we do have the rule phrase audit history. I didn't know if that actually needed to be enabled or not, but okay. Rule underscore.
Well, like we're looking at you guys as the experts, right? But again, I'm just saying that if I were to look at my what we'll call derived rules, we have derived rules and we have derived rules for 5 portfolios, and in the five portfolios, we probably have minimum 50 rules. Probably some cases. I know that in our commercial one, it's over 100. Okay. And what we want to quickly do is assess when someone from the business says, we're updating all the values in segment name. We want to find out, do we use segment name in any of these rules? Otherwise, things are going to go south. And so we're trying to look for a best practice on how we can do a good assessment, or analysis of where we stand, right? So that, because bear in mind, what we're doing this for is to introduce more stability into our bank stress testing process and not having to go in and, patch loans with the right values. Sachin saying, sorry, it is rule audit phrase history.
Yeah, one of that, I think that may need to get
That's
enabled.
rule, I see it, rule audit phrase history right there, yep.
Yep. So that's what I just tried here. So grab that. Well, actually, let's just clear all that and let's just do.
Oh,
Nope,
you got
I
variable
didn't.
name.
I did an insert by accident. There we
Yeah,
go.
but look at, you have variable name in there? Anchor variable name, okay.
Yep.
So can you run that against what you just created? And it may not work because you haven't run that truth table against anything.
Yeah, that may be
I
the
think
case.
I think what Sachin's saying is that's an audit one, so, Sachin, I believe it's writing that out, but you have to execute that flow in production or in test. Is that right, Sachin?
Let me try putting this in a flow real quick.
I'm sorry, we really tested you right from the start.
No, you're fine. That's what we're here for, at least to sort of figure these things out. Okay,
But
so I'm not
again,
using it
this
in
would be
here.
so valuable to us because the business is changing something and we're trying to make sure that we support the business. We need to go in and surgically go and adjust existing rules based on what changes, right? And,
Right. There is, thought this would automatically, we have it in the flow now, but we're still not seeing. Let me try this. Let me just debug this. Then I wonder if it'll actually give us something. Interesting. Let's see, Jonathan, do you have the number of that ticket? I can, I'm one of the support
Yes, I do.
managers, so I can let whoever ends up working that ticket, if
I
it's
have
Mike, I
the,
can.
where would I see the number?
Normally on the ticket, it's like, it'd be like
Okay,
it'd be
T
like
dash, I think it's T dash 049344.
let me grab.
And they're asking about dependencies, and I think I explained it wrong. I'm just saying in a truth table or in a rule set or in all my rule sets, where do I use the field segment name as a criteria?
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure we get a good response on that. Again, the ticket was 049344, correct?
Yep. Called
Okay.
Report audit or dependency tracker. And
Okay.
Sachin, maybe you can just, Sachin, can you just, give a background of what you've tried to do so far? And the reason that we're here is that Sachin was able to find very quickly in a report 5 of the rules that actually use segment name. However, I think we had 7 rules that use segment name, and why were we missing them? So I'm sorry, I'm like George Costanza in real life. I'm like, well, there's got to be a better way, right? So,
Right.
Sachin, I don't know if they let you or anything, but if you can you just kind of give a background of what you've tried to do so far?
Also, rule audit history is under that.
I guess you can't speak.
Yeah, he should be unmuted if he's the. He should be able to speak. He's been unmuted. If there's an issue on his side, is
Okay.
it? Nope, not in the.
Can you go to the truth table?
Yep.
Okay. Can you search for user email, that keyword?
Initiating user email.
Yeah, just that particular string, like initiated user email.
User email. You're asking within the rules.
You need another I in there. INI.
Oh, whoops.
Either complete string or partial of.
You spell like me. And I don't know if it's case sensitive or not. Like, you need to have a capital I, capital
It could
U.
be.
That particular keyword decide in which are the truth tables in the rule sets. That's what we want.
Yeah.
It's part of the string or complete string. We have to search for.
I wonder if it's asking for everything. User email. No, that does not seem to be giving it to me. Did you want me to select this here or?
Yeah. So and I think you get the spirit of what we're trying to do. This would save us a tremendous amount of time when either new requests come in or someone tells me that field new businesses or segmentation values are coming in, you know.
Mhm.
It'd be great if we could just type in, to Suda's point, initiating user email field and say, where is that being used? Is it used in a truth table? And is it, or in a rule set? What's the name of the rule set? And we can come back very quickly with a result set, maybe 6 rules that we need to analyze. Wouldn't that be great?
Okay, I've got a little bit more context. So what I'll do, whoever gets the ticket, if it's Mike or if it's someone else on the team, I'll let them know that we had this conversation here
Mhm.
and what we're looking for, that you guys need more information on this. And then we can even set up a call and we can like talk it in further here so I can see what you guys
And
are doing here.
I know you guys do a lot of flow processing, you know, that's the big thing you guys do, but from my standpoint, what we're trying to do is create more reliable data so that we can get more predictive results. And by removing these business rules from code, my goodness, you know, just because we've all worked with coders, as good as they are, they type like we do, you know, they spell like we do. And the next thing
Yeah.
you know, we have these terrible results. So by putting this in externalize it from code, just makes it so much more stable, you know. I
Right.
can see how you guys, you know, kind of, you know, expanded that to work on flows and order processing and flow processing and, you know, help desk processing. For us though, we built this out and it's not even anecdotal anymore. We've improved our processing by 25% on something as serious as bank stress testing. If we don't do the bank stress test properly, then Santander, most likely, if they fail, they're not allowed to do capital actions, which basically means they're not allowed to give dividends. And not only have we been able to give dividends, but we've been able to reduce the time we need to submit valid results to the Fed by 15 days or 25% improvement just by using, well, I wouldn't say just by using decisions, but it is a big thing. And so now just to make sure that we can keep up with it in our world, because people are wanting to use it, you know, and they're making changes to their data. You know, what we're saving in time in coding, we're spending a lot of time analyzing, you know, where's this field being used, right?
Mhm.
So this would be incredibly helpful for us to have a real quick shortcut that said, hey, in all your rules over across all your portfolios, segment name is used in these 6 rule sets.
Okay.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something we can figure out. I figured out who has a ticket, so after this, I'll go talk to them and we'll
Yep.
get a better response out. I'll look at them and like get a better response for you guys.
And I don't want to, you know, usurp all of the time on the lunch and learn, but this was my way of kind of getting my foot in the door. Is it more appropriate that going forward we should set up separate time for this so that I don't waste the entire hour when other people would have more, you know, meaningful questions?
Yeah, if there's something like this important, that's fine to like bring up to us. If you have a ticket, they can normally reach out to me or the team. For this, we have the ticket, so I'll communicate with the person who has it, and we can set up some more time to discuss this further.
Right, and I just want you to understand, it's not like this is mission critical, so I need to have, you know, an army of people working on it. We're kind of looking at best practices to say, if we need to make a change, how do we make a change here that doesn't upset the apple cart, right? So,
Right. No, that's understandable. Yeah, we'll do. I'll talk to them and we'll get a call scheduled so we can discuss this further,
okay,
like more in depth with your, and so we can sort of cater this more to your your process.
and just include the 3 of us. We are the face of decisions at Santander, and we're just looking for best practices. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
That being said, I don't have anything else. I'll just sign off, and unless, you know, Suter, Sachin, do you have anything you want to add to this?
No, John, I'm good.
Okay. So thank you very much, and we'll, if I don't hear back from you, I will bug you at noontime tomorrow.
Don't worry, you'll hear from me soon. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye
Yeah,
now.
no problem. Have a good one. Bye. Alrighty, so I think Jonathan had questions. Did anyone else have questions? I know Suda, you're with Jonathan. I think X2394457 was as well. If not, I think we are good to go ahead and end it today. I don't think we have any other pre-submitted questions. It doesn't look like anyone else is going to be joining us today. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Stop by again tomorrow at noon, same time, same place. I think who do we have on tomorrow? We have Ashley Byer. She's one of our sales engineer who's in charge of building a lot of the cool stuff in the product. So more questions, feel free to ask her for anything. But otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your day.